Ka sarkar jylla lingba ka Tnat transport ka Iohlum Khajna Palat laipho points of Klur thang hosnem arajar arphway tangni kali kamai bat ka Iohlum Khajna bobon kadai na ka office STO Shillong kadba ka DTO ka Iohlum duna kadai jong ka William Nagar na kalyang mali ka Congress balawanra ya ka jingkli hapo ka darbar ulayaro ya ka jingtri ka Tnat ka balala banlum shibon ka Khajna wada pareng jo ka Khlam COVID-19 haba jubab jingkli Menteri Bakhimi ka Tnat transport ba sang balang dhar ulai thu ba ka Iohlum Khajna Hapdeng banai leber arhajar arphway kalakot sya ka laipho crore sap arlak praphuwe hajar laip sawdong bar ka district ba Iohlum bon kadai ha East Khasi Hills kablakot khat crore sawlak sapho hajar sanspa phra kadba ka district ba Iohlum duna kadai ka William Nagar ka balong tang riu Klur prap khandai hajar praspa laip nyo halor ka jingma bi ka Khajna jing kali kamai namar ka jing shakta ka khangdam bar ka jing perkhing kendon ka sarkar Menteri Long Tnat ka Khlam dan kuna ya ki bamla ban siu ha ka por blabo handai kala penjalan shushu ya ka por ban siu hadu dakot banai nai lor arjar arphway Menteri la kularu ban wishar benya ban sha khambon ki kali kamai ban pundunai ka baikali ka blakta ik pajba.
So the total revenue collected from March 2020 to March 2021 from all commercial vehicles in the state district-wise is as follows. ST is 2 crore 4,508. DTO Shillong is 12 crore 59 lakhs 11,000. And DTO Nongpo 1 crore 17 lakhs 32,294 rupees. And DTO Nongston is 2 crore 2 lakh 20,248. And DTO Maukarwat is 39 lakhs 23,068. And DTO Joa is 4 crore 29 lakhs 10,378. And DTO cleared is 3 crore 35 lakhs 18,356. And DTO Tura is 3 crore 37 lakhs 8,141. And DTO William Nagar is 6 lakh 89,837. And DTO Bagmara is 43 lakhs 54,829. And DTO Risubal Para is 34 lakhs 28,323. And DTO Ampati is 34 lakhs 44,000 and rupees 52 only. Totals become 32 crore 42 lakhs 81,034.
So I have to appreciate the effort of Transport Department. In spite of the COVID and pandemic, even then they have they generate up to 30 crore 42 lakh 81,034. So may I know from Honorable Minister, in the year 2019 and the year 2019 and the year 2020, how much is revenue collected only from Shillong, sir?
The question is on from 2020 to 2022 March. The record is not with me for that particular, so I require notice for that.
May I know from Honorable Minister whether the red buses flying in the city of Shillong and the state, whether they have to pay taxes or not? Red buses, sir?
Mr. Kushar, this is for commercial vehicles, the question is, and that is red buses.
Mr. Speaker, sir, even the red buses, whether the government treat as a commercial vehicle or the government vehicle, because red buses also, they're taking the bus fees from the passenger who's sitting, sir. That's why I would like to get information from the minister, whether the government treat as a government vehicle or commercial vehicle, so that
it is as a government vehicle.
So if that will be the case, sir, it seems that the government have losses so much of revenue from the red buses. Not only from red buses, even from the maxi taxi cab, which have only been applied in the city along the whole state. The two vehicles have been on, they didn't pay taxes, but fees they have collection from the passenger. I would like the minister to take care so that it can generate more revenue in future, sir.
Mr. Speaker, the important suggestion by the honourable member is noted by me.
So may I know from Honorable Minister, because the year 2020 and the year 21 till date, we are facing of the COVID-19 and the pandemic. Is there any wave-off scheme for the last 2020 for the commercial vehicles lying in the streets?
Mr. Speaker, yes. The Transport Department has taken consideration to the difficulties faced by our citizens regarding the renewals or validities of various documents related to the Central Motor Vehicle Act 1988 and Central Motor Vehicle Rules 1989 due to the lockdowns. The government of Meghalaya has decided to allow all the documents like fitness, permit, driving license, learner, and registration extra, which has been expired during this period. It has been treated by the government to be valid till September 2021.
I would like me to bring the knowledge of the minister. Even last year, even the minister said that the department has introduced about the wave-off scheme for all those commercial vehicles. Even some of the commercial vehicles in the state, so they have to pay the tax on due date. Even after that, they have a penalty is already charged. Why I'm talking about that, sir? Because some of the local taxi drivers of my constituency, they came and met me last year and informed me about this. That's why I brought this notice. If whatever the case may be, I urge the Honourable Minister, once I have brought house, please kindly look into for the interest of the commercial vehicles owners and seats.
Sir, so I'll examine the matter.
By George, please.
Honorable Speaker, sir, pertaining to the commercial vehicle operators, we have seen that there has been an increase in the fares, even though the government has not come out with any revised fare prices. But then the commercial vehicle operators had to increase the prices, one, because of the fact there has been a huge increase, an excessive increase in the oil prices, and two, because of the protocols that have been laid down for COVID, where they have reduced the number of days where the commercial vehicles have been allowed to ply. Considering this factor, the revenue that they have to get, or maybe the kind of earnings that they have to get, has been reduced drastically. But then the vehicles have to meet the taxes, as has been stated by the Honourable Minister. And in such scenarios, sir, people are suffering because of the high fares. And at the same time, the commercial vehicle operators also, many of them, they have got their vehicles compounded because they couldn't meet the expenses of the loan. I would request the Honourable Minister, sir, to kindly review the situation, especially when it comes to COVID protocols, to at least allow more plying of vehicles, so that the fares that are burdening the people now, especially with the school starting, many school students, the parents have complained, from Umiam only to Shillong, sir, 100 rupees. 100 rupees. So if two kids come from the same families, you can imagine the burden, sir, on poor families. So all this is affecting, sir, and it is affecting the students, the parents, even the commercial vehicle operators. We request the government, sir, to kindly review the entire situation, sir.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir. We'll review the situation.
So in present day circumstances, we have seen many instances of many accidents within the national highway or state road also. I would like to know from the Honourable Minister, out of this revenue collected from commercial vehicles, is there any fund that has been earmarked, especially for road safety measures, or any training, any awareness that has been imparted from the department for the welfare of this association?
Mr. Speaker, that is not through transport. There is a road safety body. They will look after it. There is a fund for under road safety also. So now we have got 3 crore on that. So the committee is there to look all this and related all this accident, if anything has happened on the highway. It will work to the road safety.
The fund is there.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, sir, with regard to the revenue collected from different DTO office within the state, may we know The revenue collected through the booking of numbers for registration, like those 0001, 0002, all those, especially after the rate has been revised, can we get clarity or the answer how many the revenue has been collected between 2020-21?
Mr. Speaker, yeah, there is a rate for this all these fancy numbers. So actually, the record is not with me for this particular question. So shall I place it on the table of the house? There is a different rate for different number. It takes a long time for me to. So shall I place it on the table of the house? Because there is different number, different rates. It's called fancy number.
Just last one, sir. With such a huge revenue collected, be it commercial vehicle, private vehicle, I would like to suggest the concerned department please look after renovation of the ETO office in Nongpo also, because it is in bad shape. With such a revenue collected, please look into so that it will be, especially it is on the highway. It is nice to see that this office will be in good shape and whitewashed all the time. The compound is in bad shape, so I would request that.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the decision. I'll look into it.
I'm privy to one notification from the Transport Department. It's a press release which was released on the 11th of February 2021, which says relating to all that extended the validity of the documents like fitness permit, driving license, learner's license registration validity till the 31st of March 2021 to waive off, sir. So this waiver had not happened, sir. May I know why all these transport owners or vehicle owners have still to pay in spite of this government notification, sir?
Mr. Speaker, sir, actually the order is very clear. Till 30th September 2001 is very clear, no need to. But yes, I have received some complaint on this, so the matter is still under examination for this. Actually, it's we from the department, we didn't force anybody to pay dues, especially during this period, as I have stated.
This was considered by the government. I must thank the government for considering for what they considered as due to the pandemic. Due to the pandemic, all the transporters were not being able to get enough collection of their own whatever earnings that they would have had. Therefore, there was a waiver. Now, this waiver has not been carried out by the respective district transport officers. So this is a bit serious, sir. If they have violated or they have ignored an order of the government of not waiving such kind of taxes that have been agreed upon, sir, I request the Honourable Minister to kindly review and examine this matter.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
My second question and the last one, sir. So there is now a new rate that has come up for the issuance of permit that has gone up to rupees 25,000, sir, annually, wherein it was 2,900 earlier. So is there any way that the state government will consider in bringing down this amount of 25,000, sir?
Mr. Speaker, we'll examine the matter accordingly.
Sir, in the course of the reply of the Honourable Minister, very interestingly, he said that there was an income from fancy numbers. So may I request the Honourable Minister through you, if you can define what is the meaning of fancy numbers?
Mr. Speaker, sir, the fancy numbers actually went to me, always asked by the vehicle owner. We want fancy number, because their interest number according to their favorite number, according to the vehicle owner. They always call it fancy number. Suppose like me, I want 001, somebody want 002, we just call it fancy number to that interest.
Mr. Speaker, so in that case, if I ask for any number, will that be classified as a fancy number?
Mr. Speaker, not all the number is fancy number. It's according to your favorite, even though whether it falls under that as per notification of the cabinet. For in the cabinet, we already specified this is the number considered to be the fancy number. Not all the number is fancy number.
Well, then we may run short of fancy numbers if everybody asks for a fancy number. Yeah. Then will the name of a person be also included in that fancy number list? No, I'm not saying this just to make a joke. So some countries, they have it. So just I want to ask if you will consider, because you can charge more for that and perhaps make more money and finish the DTO building in Longpong.
What a brilliant idea. Minister, what do you
Obviously, Mr. Speaker, sir, the name of the owner is already reflects in the RC copy of the vehicle only.
Yeah, Kongmiati, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, in the course of the reply of the Honourable Minister, I noticed that for DTO William Nagar, the collection was 6,89,837, which is a drastically difference in the amount collected from all the other DTOs. Because in all the other DTOs, all the collection is nothing less than 30 lakhs. So may I know the reason for this drastic difference in collection?
Mr. Speaker, simple is that due to less number of vehicles.